Okay. Well, I waited a bit too long, but doesn't matter. I'm ready to kill this guy now. I don't know if he has yet witnessed the death of his people due to the barbarians. I didn't kill him, the barbarians did. But no matter, I will kill him soon. Oh, this is almost done. Well, maybe it will be almost done. This Elders Council one failed. I'll try it again. These are easy technologies. I'm not sure why they have such low success. Oh well, anyway, we're also almost out of food. You can see the fish do not suffice. We're only getting plus 1.2, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's kill these guys. Okay. Good. I mean, they're called barbarians, so clearly they want me to kill them, right? Right. So you go there. I have a strength of 131, they have a strength of 57. Now, I don't know if this will take all of my action points. I hope not, but I don't know. If it does, however, we're directly next to the city, so it won't actually be that big of a problem. Let's see, is there anything in the city I need to take care of? Anything I need to do? 11 inactive people. No, nothing really. There's this to be done. This is almost done as well, but I don't have any clay, so I can't do anything with it. I have to settle this territory to get clay. And I can't do that until I get better state power. And I can get better state power once I get property, I believe. But I can't get that until I have more farmers, and I can't get more farmers until I get agriculture, and so on. I don't want to break the recording now to skip this battle, even though I could, because if I break the recording, that means I have to stitch together 2 sections of audio, and that's just annoying. I don't want to do that. So instead, I'll wait and continue blathering. I'm supposed to be writing my master's thesis right now, but that's not happening. I have to read books and make notes, and that's all very boring. I could play video games instead. Surely my professors will understand. This is taking a while. Any day now, guys. They have some stuff I could take as well, some more food. Stone, wood, not terrible. Whatever happened to those wolves I had? I had some wolves, right? Oh yeah, there they are. I forgot to put the meat in the city. That's enough meat to get hunting companions. Forgot about that. Are my hunters busy doing something? Inactive, old pig, sow. No. Okay, good. Then that's what they'll do. I'll have these guys put that meat in the city, and then I will begin the process of researching hunting companions, which I think is 100% success rate, right? Yes. And that'll improve the efficiency of my hunters. Oh, come on, get on with it. Oh, fine, I guess I'll break the recording. And we're back. It didn't take too much longer, but the good news is they're gone. I completely killed them. Hooray! The bad news is it took almost all of our action points. So now they're encamped. And you know the old refrain. I have to wait until they have 50 action points before they can move back to the city, before they can break camp. This automatic encampment thing is very frustrating. I wish it were an option, but it's not. So now all their movement points are gone, and I have to wait. Actually, that's something I could type into the feedback. I'm such a good video maker. There's a fly on my screen. Go away. I missed. Anyway, what did they get from that battle? We lost 5, 4? No, oh, I see. My group lost, that group lost 1, that group lost 4 for a total of 5. They lost everything, and we got, I think, all of their stuff. Yes, so cool. Now we just need to wait, let's see, 8 per hour. So 5 hours would be 40. We don't need that much, so about 4.5 hours. And they'll have enough to return to Solburg, and then drop off their stuff, and then I have them wait another 2 hours, and then they'll be ready to go explore. So that'll happen probably, well, right now is about noon, so that'll happen probably this evening. Fun. In any case, this will be done very soon, and I will not stop this play session until I see whether this is done. Ho, 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 ho! No, I don't need your help, tutorial man. I have agriculture now. Okay. That's good stuff. Now we have things to do. So let's make some wheat, I guess. I want to make wheat, apples, and carrots in this place. Let's see, where do I start? I make sure these, I fit the maximum number of farms here. So I guess right there is where I'll begin. Okay. And then like this. Oh, I brought the wheat from my starting tile. Yes, okay, good. So we have that now, producing plus 0.4 wheat. I might as well build another gathering camp anyway. So I guess I'll make the farms here. Good news and bad news. The good news is that this technology actually failed. What was it? Elders Council. It failed, which means I have more technology space available for other things. This is 4, this is 12, it's only 16. And I want to get property and a domestic dog. Javelin would be good too, but that's not very important. However, the bad news is that we are losing population quite a lot, actually, because we're not producing enough food. And I don't know what to do about that. I suppose once these guys return, they'll bring some food, some apples and meat. And they'll return in a few hours, so I guess that's not a huge problem. Anyway, I don't want to start this though, because that would occupy my farmers for 7 hours, and I wouldn't have enough food to last 7 hours. So I think I'll wait to start this research until these guys are back. Well, let's see, they need 15 more action points. So that's 2 hours. 16 plus 7 is 22? 23. I think I'd better start the technology now for it to be done today. Because property is very important. And I think I'd prefer to have it be done sooner rather than later. So yeah, we'll start property, and then I will, because I have an income of apples, I actually will just set the minimum stock of apples to 0, and the stock of carrots will be 5, wheat will be 5, and so now the apples will be 5 of them will be consumed at a time. Okay, well, so be it. And there's something else. Oh yes, that's right, exploring. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, they only have 89 action points. I thought they would be at 100 by now. I miscalculated. Let's see, how many action points do they need? I don't want to send them across the water, and plus I want to go to this tile anyway to get the random event over with. So I can go here, 7, 21. Yeah, they won't be able to go very far, but oh well, it's fine. I want them to be able to come back. Oh yes, they get action points without being encamped, right. Forgot about that. Oh, that's so nice. So, what random event do we get? Okay, hospital on the natives is good. Okay, broken leg. Lose action points or lose honor? Losing honor is extremely, extremely bad. You never want to lose honor. Okay, Nordic Mountains, Nordic Hills. Up here. If I lose 25 action points, they would go down to... let's say they have 70. They'd go down to 45 minus 1, 44 action points. And to return to the city, they need to spend 14... They need to spend that many action points just to get back to the city. Otherwise, I can make them lose a guy, and then I would lose honor. Having negative honor is extremely bad. It causes all of your units to start disappearing randomly from your armies, which is catastrophic, really, when you're trying to explore the map and your explorers just poof out of existence. So I guess I just have to do it that way. So we explore 2 tiles. Okay, and I guess I'll be back in another 2 hours to explore some more, and then also move these guys back to Solburg. And I believe that is... Oh, I didn't look at these tiles before I moved back. Oops. Oh well, whatever. I'll be back, so it doesn't matter. I think that was all I wanted to do. Yeah, stave off starvation for a little while longer. That'll be done soon. That will also be done. It's a 100% chance, so don't need to worry about that. I want hunting companions, but I can't get it until these guys are back. So yes, 2 hours. Am I recording? Yes? Okay. Hello! Some time has passed. I did a lot of exploring up here, and I've sent these guys to explore this area as well. I have some more technologies and more being researched. A property doesn't do anything by itself. I forgot about that. And now my farmers are done doing research, and so now they're finally doing farming again, which means we are still losing people. We have too many people for my my current food production capability anyway, so losing some is actually good for me. That would help reduce the food consumption, and that would increase the amount of food that I'm allowed to keep in my storage area, which then would allow me to build more farms more quickly, and that's good. Yes, so anyway, that's not what I'm here to show you, though, because instead of showing you the exploration of every one of these provinces, the word one wasn't necessary, of each of these provinces, not provinces, tiles. Instead, I did something much better. Let's see if I can do this, and then this. Here, okay. Ta-da! I made a map in Microsoft Excel, which shows all of the resources. And as you can tell, there's one, so here's Solburg, and this tile has something very interesting in it. But you can also see that everything I need is around me. There are also no players up here either. I guess, I don't know where that guy that was migrating originated, because there were no spawn points up here. None of these tiles had everything necessary. So I don't know where he came from, but oh well, I know where he went. So I have obsidian, several very good farming provinces, clay, coal, copper, silver, over here, that's a bit far away, iron here and here, gold, plenty of fish, tin. So I think I will be a mining civilization, and I will export my products to these civilizations down here, which I have not incorporated into this map yet. Let's see, now if I do this, okay, good. Then, this is what they look like, and so I hope to then make my map extend down to about right here. And at that point I would stop making the map because it's not necessary. I'll never extend down there. All of my cities will be here. This tile is extremely good, but it's a bit too far. Or maybe it's not too far, I don't know. In any case, I need to wait for food production. So that will be probably several days, actually, of getting 0.4 carrots every cycle and then building a farm and getting 0.4 carrots and then building a farm. And that will require quite some time. I could also deliberately cause a population crash by deactivating food rationing, which would increase food consumption by 40%, which would cause a large portion of my population to die. But it would also mean that my food consumption would be reduced a lot because the people would be dead. And then the buildings I do have would be much more efficient. And so I think I want to do that. However, I think I want to wait about an hour to turn off food rationing to make sure that hunting companions finishes, because that's extremely important. I don't want these guys to starve. And otherwise, I'm just waiting. These guys got two bad events, broken leg here and broken leg here, so I had to lose 50 action points. Now they're encamped, and they'll be encamped until tomorrow. Oh well. I've also thought about trying to explore the ocean to find some cool islands, but unfortunately, I don't know how large a group has to be to avoid the Lost at Sea event, but apparently it's greater than 10, because I lost 10 explorers over here, which was a bit much for me, so I think I might refrain from doing that in the future. I also want to explore over here, and I think I found the edge of the map. I'm pretty sure this is the edge. Not entirely certain, but that would make sense to me. Oh yeah, here's definitely the edge, right here. Right? Follow this edge, then leave my cursor there. Yes, this is definitely the edge of the map. Oh, and there's land there on the edge of the map. So there's still some more area up here I could explore, but that would be for another time, once I have more people and can send larger expeditions. So until then, I shall wait. So I came here to turn off food rationing, which I did. And now we should start getting more food, and also our populations to start decreasing much more rapidly because we don't have enough food for them. And also that will be done, this will be done in about 30 minutes. And out in about an hour and a half. So everything's looking pretty okay. We will lose quite a lot of people in the next hour or so, but that's, well, next day or so. But that's okay because we need to make this transition. However, that's not why I started recording. I had not planned to start recording this, but then I received this message from that guy I killed. Interesting. Total surrender, burn your puny camp, and well, So that's hardly correct, but interesting. Join his chiefdom. I don't think he actually wants that. I don't think he really understands what that means. That would cost him a lot of state power, considering I'm so far away from him. That would be a net loss for him, actually. So I think I'll give this a pocket veto. This player clearly doesn't quite understand the game. Did I start recording? I did. All right. Hello, everyone. So some things have happened. Not a lot has happened, but I feel like an update is merited. I removed food rationing, and there was indeed a population decline. I think we had about 180 people or so when last I was here, and now I have 152. But that's okay, because now we are stable with no food rationing. So that always happens. Remove food rationing, food consumption increases. That means your food production is not sufficient, so your population will level a little bit. It doesn't collapse, of course. And I received many apples through random events, and so now actually apples are my primary source of food, which I don't like because they're actually fairly inefficient, but I just haven't gotten wheat and carrots through random events, so what can I do? What's more, I'm now waiting on my culture to increase. I am getting +6 culture. I don't know why I'm getting +6 culture. That's not really clear, but I am. And I'm waiting on that then to allow me to get more technologies. And I received more from my very helpful allies to the south. And I definitely want to get animal capture next, so I can start, I can capture these sheep and then start farming them and use them for meat and wool production. But mostly meat production. That would be pretty amazing. Meat is kind of a superfood, which will make your population expand much more quickly. It'll nourish them very, very well. So I'm kind of glad, actually, that I didn't have to kill all these sheep. They might be the secret to my success. Or maybe not. I think probably the fertility of the land is the secret to my success. Anyway, the rest of this stuff is good, of course. Obsidian weaponry would be really great, because a lot of these tiles have obsidian, which I will show you on the resource map in just a moment. But, of course, I can't worry about that right now. I also lost many expeditions to the sea. I was trying to find where these barbarians are, because I was thinking that maybe that barbarian guy, what does he call himself? Oh, Barbarians is the name of his character. Okay. Anyway, I was thinking that he had come from some landmass over here, just beyond my vision here, but I don't think that's the case. Now, according to the resource map, there were no spawn points up here. None of these tiles had everything necessary for spawning. I mean, I might have missed something, but I'm pretty sure he could not have come from here, which means he must have come from somewhere up there. And so when he says that he'll destroy me, he might be bluffing, or he might be saying that he has a city somewhere that he could attack me with. Regardless, he came from the north, and I don't think there's any really good land up there. I think whatever resources he has, they're probably not as good as the resources I have. And also, the group that was migrating included sows, piglets, and old pigs. And the only way to include piglets and old pigs, these guys, into a group is by evacuating a city. You can't just make a formation of them and include piglets and old pigs. There's no option. You have porcos, sows, and carriers. No, you can't. So because of that, I think he must have evacuated a city, and that might have been his entire population. And so he might have 1 or 2 scouts still alive somewhere, and that's how he's still allowed to play the game. Because otherwise, he would just be put back to the new game screen every time he tried to log in, because his stuff's all gone. So he's obviously still in the game, so he still has something somewhere. But I'm pretty sure he's done. I don't think he's in any position to threaten me at all. Maybe I'm totally wrong, though. Maybe there's some super amazing continent right here, and he has tons of stuff, and he'll come wipe me off the map. I don't know. Anyway, I finished exploring this area as well, and over here I got an event, and this was the last tile I wanted to explore too, so I got an event that sort of capped my exploration of the peninsula, and it gave me 10 sows, which would have been really great if it had not removed all of my action points. They had about 70, now they have 0. Well, now they have 1. They had 0 after the battle. So now I have to wait 10 hours for them to get enough action points to encamp. Actually, they could settle. There are men and women here. That is true. I will not have them do that, though. Then I need them to encamp. Then they'll get +7, or no, I think they're too far. Get +6 action points, meaning probably tomorrow afternoon or so, they would be ready to move back to Solburg, and then I could deposit the women. And I'm not sure what I'd do with the 7 warriors. I think I'm done exploring for a while. I'd like to finish exploring this ocean area to make sure there aren't any very attractive islands there. I have always wanted to make an island fortress. I was kind of excited about this island, but unfortunately it's not a very good one. So I do want to continue sending expeditions into the sea, but the problem is that sea tiles have a very high likelihood of killing your units. And also the random events of sea tiles can repeat indefinitely, unlike the random events of land tiles, which only occur once. However, I have found a way to somewhat trick the game. If I have a unit selected, and then I tell it to move, I click move, but then before it reaches the center of the tile, I give it another order to move to the next tile. The game seems to skip the calculation of events, I guess. Because doing that, I was able to move around in the ocean quite a lot without any bad events happening. I only lost my explorers in the ocean when they went up here, where I had to wait for them to reach the center of the tile for these other tiles to be revealed. And then they got the events that killed them. But anyway, right now my population is so low that I don't want to send any more explorers. So now we're waiting. And there's something else I wanted to show. Oh yes, that's right. I finished the resource map. I'll do this, and here it is. I actually had to make it larger. And I also made the boxes a little less skewed horizontally, so that now they are closer to squares, so they more accurately represent the continent. And so as you can see, there are so many resources around me that I shall never be wanting for resources. There's gold here, and all of the metals I could want, plenty of clay here, plenty of farmland, plenty of fish, and there's leather as well here, and ash. I'm not sure what ash is for, but it's there. And copper, lots of copper, iron, obsidian, coal. So I'm fine on resources. I just need populations to be able to found cities elsewhere. I hope to make this map larger, though, to extend it here. I also only went down here with the map. I will not make a map of the entire continent because that's pointless, I think. There's just no need for that, because the game already has a map of this continent. I don't need to make a resource map of this area because I'll never go there. In fact, the only reason I made a resource map of this area was for my allies. I don't think I'll ever settle this coast. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. My allies, however, will definitely be interested in these southern areas. I also have considered making a name for this peninsula. I'm not sure about that. I have thought of a name, though, for this mountain range. All of these tiles that have thick borders are mountains. So there's this mountain range that extends this way, and I was thinking it should have a name. And I was thinking World Spine is an excellent name. World Spine. Yeah. That's a good name for a mountain range, right? So that's what I'll call it. World Spine. Although I suppose this peninsula and this peninsula need different names. I guess they're both parts of the same peninsula, but obviously there's this isthmus here separating the two. So I know I'll come up with names for it later. Maybe I'll draw it with crayons and a piece of paper or something. Anyway, I think that's everything for this little update. Wait, there. Okay. Oh no, wait, there was one last thing I wanted to show in Solburg. If it loads. Okay. I've built 3 farms. And this one only has 1 worker at the moment. But that's okay because we don't have enough crops to make more fields. Well, I do have 4 apples, but I want to wait actually, because those are enough to feed my population. Help increase my population expansion, which I desperately need. Also, I don't have enough people to work this farm anyway, though I could actually turn off one of the hoe production facilities. I could do that, and then use these remaining 4 apples to plant more fields. No, I won't do that. I think I'll keep these apples in storage and let them feed my population for a little while longer. Or could just build the fields, actually. Even without the workers. Anyway, what I wanted to show you was that I've constructed more fields, and most of them were apples because of random events, but I made a fortress out of this little hill. It was very easy because there's only 1 entrance right here to this whole hill, so it's a very good natural defense. So all I had to do was build 2 walls and 1 gate, and that's it. And now, if you look at the strategic tool, you can see that if anyone attacks me, that someone would have to run up to these gates, bash them, and of course my javelineers would be throwing spears at them the whole time. I could actually even, I have plenty of wood. I can build a forum. Oh, forgot about that. I need to harvest stone. I just need more people. This, however, gets high priority. Anyway, I could build a second gate. There. That looks a bit strange on this view, but you can see in this view that it now is a double wall. So that's pretty defensible now. Not that I need to worry about anyone attacking me. Like, again, I don't think these barbarian guys are actually a threat. I'll still pocket veto their that guy's, or girl, I suppose, that person's message. I haven't explained what that means. Pocket veto means I don't say yes or no, I just ignore it, which is an implicit no, but not an explicit no. Anyway, I suppose that's all for now. I will wait 10 hours to encamp those stranded sows and pigs in the mountain, and then tomorrow I'll send them back to Solburg. Mostly I'm just waiting on food and culture now, so there won't be much to report for a few days, I think.